welcome to stampingcatcrew.com. I wanted to share a super quick and silly tip today. One of my pet peeves is a messy stampin' scrub. So I just had an event at my house and I always try to have one on every table. So I had my bathtub filled up with these because I was rinsing them all under hot water. I do leave the fuzzy stuff in. I give it a really good rinse till it runs clear. Then I use some Dawn dish soap and something that's gentle, and I kind of rub it with my hands till it runs clear. Then I set them all up on end, and a couple hours later I come back and I do the same thing, and I try and go the same direction so all the ink comes down. And you'll notice even letting it set a few more hours and rinsing it again, you're going to get more ink out. And I do that until they run clear, and then I leave them up on their side to dry. One of the things to keep them from getting so inky, and it seems like such a simple thing, but it wasn't something that I figured out until recently. I've done wipies and all kinds of funny stuff. To be honest with you, very low tech. I have all of these wonderful little teal bins. It's one of my favorite colors. I wet a paper towel. I have a water spritzer. If it gets dry, just like that. And when you've been using your stamps, like I have, it's just in that container. Almost all the ink is gone off of that. So then I've got my Stampin' Mist, which I do use. I know it cleans and conditions the stamps. And so I'll use it to take the rest off and then dry on my dry side. But one of the really cool things is all that ink that would have just transferred directly to your pad is gone. That way you're not just depositing a bunch of ink, especially something like Berry Burst, Real Red, Night of Navy, any of those. It's such a simple thing to do. Take most of that color off and dry and set aside. And then obviously fold that as needed. It's right there. Spritz it with water. Is just something that's so silly and so easy, but it keeps my Stampin' Scrub a lot cleaner and makes cleaning them and using them for a longer period of time a lot nicer without having to stop and clean them thoroughly. So I hope that helps somebody. Like I said, it's a silly tip, but that's it. Thanks for stopping by and happy creating.